Bulldog Courtside Show. Now, scores and highlights from around college basketball. Let's go inside the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Here's Luke Nadkarni.
Clean old-fashioned hate basketball style tonight from Athens. It's a 7:30 tip for the Dogs and Yellow Jackets. One game, actually two games now, going on in the SEC. Just about to hit halftime in Knoxville. 17th ranked Tennessee leads George Mason 37-26. Josiah Jordan-James with 10 points to lead the Volunteers through the first 20 minutes. 13:43 to play in the first half, and Florida off to a slow start at the O-Dome against Merrimack. Merrimack leads 15-6 early on in that one. One other game tipping off at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Ole Miss puts its undefeated record on the line against Mount St. Mary's from Oxford. In the top 25, Florida Atlantic leads Illinois, number 11 versus number 20, with 3:52 to go in the first half. In the Jimmy V Classic, number 19 Oklahoma leads Providence 12-3, 5 minutes in. And 8 minutes in, number 23 Wisconsin has a 13-5 lead over Michigan State. Dogs head coach Mike White is next. Georgia and Georgia Tech on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Do you call the dogs in your sleep? See bulldogs in the clouds? Never wear orange and blue together? If so, there's no better way to show your Dog Nation pride than with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card. As passionate as you are about the Bulldogs, Regions is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit Regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Ever wish you could make your Mondays go a little bit smoother? Here's a pro tip. You can order online to dodge the line and kick off your week with free Coffee Mondays. Every Monday from September 1st to December 18th, Dunkin' Rewards members can get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. And you get to earn points to spend on even more free Dunkin'. Not a member? Join Dunkin' Rewards on the app and get even more Dunkin' deals. Nothing beats Dunkin' Rewards. Proud partner of your Georgia Bulldogs.
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
We're getting closer to tip-off. Time now for a visit with the Dogs head coach, Mike White. With the coach, here's Scott Howard.
We're back here at Stegman Coliseum as we get ready for Georgia and Georgia Tech tonight. Coach Mike White is here, and Mike, you guys have won 3 in a row. How do you feel like your team is playing? That is right, yes. I looked at the schedule.
It's crazy. Playing our best basketball. We've gotten better. We've got to continue to get better. Great opportunity tonight against a rival, of course. Anticipate an awesome atmosphere, and I hope we play well. Keep this thing going.
How did you feel about the Mercer performance in your last outing?
I was really proud of the first half performance. At halftime, I felt really good, both offensively and defensively. When you go back and watch the film, we weren't as crisp defensively as I thought, and definitely not in the second half. I thought we wore down a little bit. I thought we played a little tired. And credit Mercer for changing sides of the floor so often that defensively we probably played about 80% of that game in a stance playing defense.
Do you get something different from your opponent each time out, or is it?
Yeah, Mercer probably most similar to North Carolina Central that came in here and shortened the game on us. Probably moved it a little bit more, less ball screen heavy, but probably more actions off of the ball that we hadn't seen yet. Very, very deliberate. But we play some others that like to play fast like us, and tonight will probably be a pretty high-tempo game.
Are you comfortable with that on both ends?
Yeah, we're at our best, actually, analytically, early clock, offensively. And then defensively, we're just believers in playing in the gaps and swarming to the basketball and stunning and playing some team defense, which is going to lead, if you're doing it effectively, to some late clock for the other team.
How's the coming together of the team right now? Has it continued to build? I mean, you guys have been together for a long time. You had the Italy trip back in August, and so you've been together. You've been on the floor working a lot with a lot of new players. But how is it at this point? Do you continue to grow in that form?
Yeah, the only adversity though we faced on the Italy trip was the long flight, right? And so we didn't really face true adversity with this group until these past few weeks, and I thought we've responded really well. After the first couple losses after that Bahamian trip, a little bit concerned as to how we'd respond, and I think we've done it with flying colors, at least to this point. Hopefully we play well tonight. Hopefully we're saying the same thing in a couple hours from now, so we're talking in postgame.
You've had a good, tough schedule so far, and right now at 5-3, played a lot of ACC teams. This is your fourth already in 9 games.
It's incredible. Yeah.
What are you expecting from this one tonight in Georgia Tech?
Heavy ball screen offense by them, good spacing. They'll play big, where they'll try to short roll us and attack from the interior. They've got good interior passers, and then they'll play a small lineup with Reeves at the 4, who was with us at Florida, who can really stretch it. Reeves and Coleman are probably as good a 1-2 combo, pure shooters that will face all year. And then Miles Kelly's a 20-point-a-game guy. 2 freshmen are playing really well, one in the front court, one in the back court. Who are really playing well. I mean, they're coming off 2 consecutive top 25 wins.
How much does it help you to know about Kowacie Reeves? And as you said, you had him when you were in Florida, so you're very familiar with his type of game. How much does that help you here, if at all?
Film just confirms it a little bit more, right? That if he doesn't have a rhythm 3, he's going to jab step you to create a little space to shoot over the top of you. He's pre-bounce. He's a big-time scorer. We have to make him bounce the ball, make him a driver, because he's got a unique ability to get those threes off with a high release at 6'6", 6'7".
Mike, thanks for your time as always. Good luck tonight. Should be a lot of fun.
Thank you.
All right, that's Coach Mike White. Georgia and Georgia Tech are coming up, and we'll give you the starting lineups right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
In Georgia, football is more than just a game. It's how we celebrate our traditions and community spirit. Strong values are important, and that's why when you partner with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you get so much more than just a policy. You get a local agent and a company you can depend on. Visit gfbinsurance.com to find your local agent or get your quick quote. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. More than just a game. More than just a policy.
Farm Bureau. Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
7:23 in the Cool Red Carrier 24-hour traffic center. New trouble in Lenox, so slowing things down on Georgia 400 southbound at Lenox Road, exit 2. Still got a crash working in Cobb County. That right lane knocked out. I-575 northbound past Bells Ferry Road, exit 4. That's adding to delays as you make your way through Kennesaw. I'm Josie Rock, 95.5 WSB.
Psst. It's me, your bathroom medicine cabinet. I see you naked, know how often you floss, and watch you pluck unsightly hairs. I can keep a secret, but you need to know your kids have been taking your prescriptions to get high. I couldn't keep it quiet because prescription drug abuse now causes more deaths than cocaine and heroin ODs combined. So please, mind your meds. For tips on safeguarding your meds and your family, visit the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids at drugfree.org.
Tune into Atlanta's Morning News.
The lights are back on in Henry County.
All your latest news.
The White House makes plans for an expected surge of migrants.
Weather and traffic.
Getting around in the rain this morning.
Tomorrow starting at 5.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
Commit to the G.
It is going to happen here at Georgia, and I'm committed to helping make that happen.
Hill will flop to the rim. Anselm goes up high, touching home. All net. Jabri Abdur-Rahim from the right corner.
The Dogs play here.
CMA for two-handed
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to live play-by-play coverage of Dogs basketball. Georgia basketball is brought to you by Piedmont Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, alongside Chuck Dowdle, let's go courtside and join the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
All right, let's give you tonight's starting lineup brought to you by Citgo. Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline gets you where you're going. When you start with Citgo, you are good to go. Georgia's starting five tonight for Mike White in his second season as the Dogs head coach. A record of 21-19 in his one-plus year here in Athens. Noah Thomason and Silas Demery will be the guards tonight. Thomason at 6'4", graduate from Houston, Texas. Demery, a 6'5", freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Jabri Abdur-Rahim, a 6'8", senior from South Orange, New Jersey. M.A. Moncrief, a 6'8", senior from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Russell Chiwa in the middle, 7-foot graduate from South Florida. He is from Cameroon, 275 pounds. Georgia Tech, 4-2. Head coach Damon Stoudemire. Their five tonight will feature freshman Nathan George, 6'3", from Toronto. Miles Kelly, 6'6", junior guard from Stone Mountain, Georgia. Kawasi Reeves, 6'7", junior transfer from Florida. He's from Macon, Georgia. Two big guys in the middle. Bai Dongo, 6'9", a freshman, 214 pounds from Senegal. Ibi Duwana, 6'11", transfer from North Carolina State. He's a senior from Ghana. Those are your lineups, keys to the game, and the tip next. Georgia and Georgia Tech on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
It's time for our keys to the game, driven by the Ford F-150, official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. Check one out today at your local Ford dealer, or if the local dealer is closed right now, then check it out tomorrow. Chuck Dowdle's got our keys to the game, Chuck.
They'll be open early, too.
Yes,
I promise you that. Well, first thing we got to do is break their rhythm. Listen, Georgia Tech's found a great rhythm offensively coming off these 2 wins over top 25 ranked teams. We need to break that rhythm, so defense is going to be key. Mike White told you a few minutes ago, listen, Reeves is a big-time scorer for them. You want to make him put the ball on the floor and drive it to the basket. Don't let him stand out there, jab step you, and take those threes over you. Secondly, we got to minimize turnovers. We cannot give Tech extra shots. So that's going to also include hitting the glass, not letting them get offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities. And then finally, this is Georgia Tech. I want everybody within the sound of my voice to remember one thing going into this game. We run this state.
That's your favorite key, I could tell by the emphasis in your voice.
You got it.
All right, tip-off brought to you by Northside Hospital, reminding you that the most common symptom of prostate cancer is no symptom at all, and prostate cancer will affect 1 in every 9 men in America. Find out about screenings, your risk factors, and innovative treatment at northside.com. Georgia's going with the throwback home white uniforms. The old school, no name on the back of the jersey, solid white jerseys, tops and bottoms.
But they look
Georgia
good,
Tech
don't
in the old gold. They look great. They look great. Georgia Tech in old gold with a little bit of white and blue trim. Our referees tonight, Pat Adams, Steven Anderson, and Jerry Heater. And again, the 5 for the Dogs. We got Moncrief out there, M.A. Moncrief getting to start. No Jalen Deloach again tonight due to illness, so he's missing his second straight game. Russell Chiwa will be in the center circle to jump it off for the Dogs. Noah Thomason, Silas Demery, and Jabri Abdul-Rahim. That's the Dogs 5. In the center circle for Georgia Tech will be Ibi Dewana, the 6'11 senior transfer from North Carolina State. So 7 feet, 6'11, and little Pat Adams to toss it up. The opening tap is won by Georgia. The Bulldogs with a first possession, and here we go in Athens tonight. Student section is standing across the way, far side of the floor. Dogs work to the right end. Here's Demery's shot, blocked from behind by Georgia Tech, and a foul. Nathan George got a piece of the ball, but he got a piece of the body as well. Nathan George, the 6'3 freshman guard for Georgia Tech, commits the foul. And free throws 15 seconds into the game for Silas Demery and the Bulldogs.
And it appears, looking at that student section you're referring to, Scott, that standing is going to be the order of the night.
Let's hope so. Let's hope they're a rowdy bunch this evening. Demery at the line, right-handed shooter, freshman from Raleigh, North Carolina. Free throw number 1 is up and in. The Dogs against Mercer, Chuck, you'll recall, 42 free throws last Friday night. Just a massive amount. Had hit 30 of them, 71%.
Which was much better than we did against Florida State, where
Demery missed the second free throw. And then they got a foul on the rebound, a push on M.A. Moncrief. That's his first foul. Team's first. Demery gives Georgia a 1-0 lead. And they're picking up some debris off the floor on the right end there under the basket. Before we turn them loose, Georgia Tech will have its first possession. Dongo throws it in, the 6'9 freshman from Senegal, and it's Georgia will bring it up, works against Demery. Freshman on freshman here. Dogs in a man-to-man. Tech, Kawasi Reeves works against Jabri Abdul-Rahim. Reeves, the Florida transfer.
Oh, look at the switch.
Defensive switch to Moncrief. Yes, got right in his grill. Now Reeves throws up a long 3 from the left slot. The rebound's going to trickle out of bounds in the far corner, and it'll belong to the Bulldogs.
Well, they went right to Reeves, and Reeves tried to get that long 3, but he had a defender right in his face after M.A. made a great switch and helped Jabri out.
Reeves is the second leading three-point shooter on this Georgia Tech roster, behind Debo Coleman, who's not on the floor to start the game. Thomason with the basketball for the Dogs. Georgia 1-0 lead. Here's a spin move down the left edge by Moncrief. He misses the lay-in, but there's Chiwa for a weak side rebound and a putback basket.
Listen, if there's going to be anybody getting second chance points tonight, let it be us. That may be the difference tonight.
Tech basketball. Miles Kelly drives around the screen, top of the key, zips it inside to Dewana.
Oh, he's walking.
He's double-teamed on the baseline, skips it into the corner. 3-second violation on Dewana, the 6'11 transfer for Georgia Tech.
My
Jackets turn it over.
Also, how many rules were they going to allow him to violate before they call some?
Well, they had a couple to pick from, apparently.
Woo! And
they picked the 3-second variety. Dogs ball, 3-0 lead for Georgia. Into the front court comes Demery, left to right. Handoff on the wing. Thomason had it batted away, chases it down. Noah inside the arc, right side of the floor. Goes to Demery. He skids to a stop down the left side of the lane. Tries to throw it out on the wing. Deflected, almost stolen by Tech. Demery got it back. Now with 3 on the clock. Hoists the 3, short off the front of the rim. Long rebound taken by Georgia Tech's Dongo. Slows it down on the right wing. Front court. Tech works. Looking for their first points of the game. Reeves has it in the corner, guarded by Demery. Drives to the left block. Spin move. Bank shot out of the spin. Good. Got a spinning layup for Kawasi Reeves. First points for Georgia Tech, and it's 3-2 Dogs. Georgia possession right into the floor. Here's Demery on the dribble. Working around the perimeter. Thomason holds it now. Skips it to Chiwa. Straddles the 3, head of the key. Now he's going to drive inside in the paint. Force it up from the right side. Threw it over the rim. Chase for the rebound is on. And it's touched out last by Georgia Tech in the far corner.
Georgia basketball.
Pat Adams and Jerry Heater are discussing where the ball should be inbounded, I think. And they're going to inbound it on side court for the Dogs. 4 seconds on the shot clock, too. Only 4 seconds on the possession clock for the Dogs. We get it into Chiwa. It's a 2. It's a 1. Chiwa forces a 3. Hit the back of the rim. Rebound. Abdur Rahim, and he pops a little right-hander right in the paint.
Wow. Those were not the hands you wanted it in Chiwa with 4 seconds left out beyond the three-point arc.
That's his first attempt of the year. He got enough juice on it, though, and we got the rebound and a basket out of it. 5-2 Dogs. Tech works right of the lane in front court, left end of the floor here at Stegman Coliseum. Spin move to the baseline, bank shot by Dongo, won't go. Rebounded by Demery for the Dogs. Silas brings it up to Thomason, to M.A. He drives, they call an offensive foul on Moncrief, and that'll be his second.
And I think immediately Mike White's going to go to his bench, bring in R.J. Melendez, who had terrific effort the other night, just up and down the floor and scoring points and just giving up his body and playing great D. He did everything.
Yeah, he had 18 points, a career high in the win over Mercer, 4 rebounds, couple of assists. First double-double in the previous game in his Georgia career. Melendez has been playing well. You just give up a little bit of size at 6'7" with no Deloach tonight, and then Moncrief with 2 fouls. There's Kawasi Reeves with a 3 from the left corner for Georgia Tech. He's got all 5 of their points, and we're tied at 5. Chiwa with the ball, right elbow, backdoor feed. Oh, my goodness, to Jabri. Spins on the left block. Did a 360, came around and banked it home after he got the pass.
Yeah, falling away from the opposite side and banked it off the glass. Great shot.
7-5, Dogs +2. Off the screen, 3 ball by Kelly. Won't go for Tech, too deep. Long rebound, top of the key, taken by the Dogs. Demery's got it into the front court. One-handed pass to Thomason. Head fake, drives, gives it to Demery. He pushes it down the lane towards the basket. Misses a high sweeping layup attempt off the glass. Rebound Tech. Long pass into the front court. Picked off by Thomason. Would go the other way for the Dogs. Noah crossover through the lane from the left side.
Wow.
Floats it up and in from 12 feet.
How about that? Pick it off, bring it back, little dazzle, little razzle-dazzle, and then hit the floater in the lane.
Dude can dribble, can he?
He can break some ankles, I'll tell you that.
9-5, Dogs by 4. Oh, Dongo down the lane, misses the lay-in, contested by the Dogs. Rebound to Jabri, up on the other end. Thomason's 3 rattles out. That would have raised the roof on this place early on. Tech with a rebound. Yellow Jackets basketball. Miles Kelly looking for his first point. Attacks inside, flips it up, off the glass, off the rim. No good. Rebound. Demery and the Dogs. Reach across foul at half court on Tech. Going to be called by Dongo. He thought he would catch Demery napping as he was trotting it up the floor. And the Big Tech freshman forward reached right across his body and fouls him. That stops the clock with 14:50 to go in the half. Georgia 9, Georgia Tech 5. We'll come back to Athens after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring the biggest selection of Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore, like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, Southern Pride, Peter Millar, and Columbia. The UGA Bookstore is your best source for custom NIL jerseys and in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com. The UGA Bookstore. It's where dogs shop.
We build the dog's house. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 613. Our electricians bring power and light to the world-class facilities on UGA's campus, like the indoor football facility, the new indoor tennis facility, the new softball facility, and many more buildings you enjoy on UGA's campus every day. UGA demands the best,
you can
so they
feel
only
worn
hire
out.
the best.
Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power. Proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Get ready for tip-off at the UGA Bookstore, featuring selection of Bulldog gifts and apparel. Shop all the great brands at the UGA Bookstore, like Nike, Tommy Bahama, Vineyard Vines, Southern Pride, Peter Millar, and Columbia. The UGA Bookstore is your best source for custom NIL jerseys and in the heart of campus next to the Tate Student Center. Shop online 24/7 at UGABookstore.com.
More exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming. Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldog sports.
We build the dog's house. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 613. Our electricians bring power and light to the world-class facilities on UGA's campus, like the indoor football facility, the new indoor tennis facility, the new softball facility, and many more buildings you enjoy on UGA's campus every day. UGA demands the best, so they only hire the best. That's IBEW 613 Electricians. Visit IBEW613.org.
Dogs inbound, front court, far sideline, leading Georgia Tech 9-5 as we resume with 14:42 to go in the half. Thomason works behind a screen from Chiwa, now dribbles through the paint, kicks it right. Long three by Melendez right in front of the Tech bench. Is around the rim and off. No good. Rebound to Tech. Kyle Sturdivant in the game now. Transfer from Southern Cal. He only played there 1 year as a freshman. This is his fourth year at Georgia Tech now. He's in the game. He's got the ball right now in his blue shoes. Dumps it in the paint. Quickly to Claude. Back out on the left corner for a three by Miles Kelly. And he talks to the bench a little bit after he makes the shot. Right in front of the Georgia bench. And Tech makes it a 9-8 contest. Georgia by one with the ball. Chiwa fakes the handoff to Thomason. Now he's trying to back his man down, try to backdoor feed to Jabri, slashing through the paint. Tech had intercepted the pass and then lost it right in their bench. They couldn't control the ball, and they lost it right in the bench. It's going to be Dogs basketball. Damon Stoudemire, their head coach, the former NBA standout, just had an extreme grimace on his face as his team turned it over.
And that was Miles Kelly. He spent too much time talking to Georgia's bench.
Yeah, not sure how much
been
longer
working on his dribbling.
That'll be going on tonight. Dogs ball, they lead by one, 9-8. Justin Hill in the game now for Georgia. Hill drives, skids to a stop, changes direction, has the ball knocked away high in the air, and it's pulled down by Georgia Tech. They tipped it and stole it as Tyjon Claude pulled it down out of the air. Now on the other end, trying to score over Blue Kane on the block. Missed the angle off the backboard. Missed it dreadfully by a wide amount. I mean, it came off the glass, never drew iron. Dogs have possession and a 1-point lead. Kane and Hill, Chiwa, Melendez, and Abdur Rahim are five on the floor. RJ Melendez for three. Soft shot, missed it short to the right of the rim. Rebound to Tech. Yellow Jackets push it up the floor right to left. Sturdivant into the circle. Kicks it out to Debo Coleman, top of the key. Now back over to Sturdivant on the right side. They go inside to Claude. He splits the defense. Misses a left-handed lay-in. He split Blue Cane and Chiwan. Still missed the shot. Now Jabri runs it in from the corner on the left side. Right at the basket. He misses a little one-handed two-footer.
Wow.
Tech pushing it up the floor on the other end. Steamrolls right through Blue Cane. That's a charge on Georgia Tech.
Blue Cane's a fairly sizable kid. I don't know how you didn't see him. My goodness.
Tyjon Claude got the charge call.
Just dribbled right into him.
6'7" transfer. He's a graduate from Morehead State in Western Carolina. At 6'7" and 226, he just bulled right through the 6'5", 194-pound freshman Blue Cane.
And did he think Pat Adams wouldn't see that? That was pretty.
Everybody in the arena saw it.
Blue took a shot.
So they helped him out a little bit. Dogs have possession. Hill into the front court. Justin looks back over his right shoulder. Mike White calling out instructions for his team right at the edge of the coach's box in front of us. Now we're going to have a holding foul on Georgia Tech. And that's on Ibrahim Asako, the 6'6" freshman from Guinea. Did his prep work in Canada. Tech with quite the international team. Dogs by a point, 9-8. Georgia looking to inbound. They do to Kane in the left corner. There's a deep rainbow three, left corner. Scana energy style for Blue Cane.
Scott, now we don't have a straight-on look, but that appeared to me to be like at an angle, too.
That went way up in the air, came right down through the basket. Tech tries to answer with a three. Too long from the right wing. They get an offensive rebound, however, on the left baseline. Throw it back out, and then it goes back inside. Now at the foul line, it's Dongo. He almost had the ball knocked out of his hands. Dongo pops a little short 5-footer right in front of the basket. His first points of the game quiets the crowd a little bit. It's 12-10. Dogs by 2. Hill with a penetrate, kick out Melendez. Three, around the rim and out again. He's missed a couple of those. Just catching the rim and just spinning off. Tech with a basketball. Miles Kelly works. He gets a whistle in his favor on the far side. We got a hold on Demery for Georgia. Foul on Silas, his first, and the team's third, and we've got a timeout with 11:39 to go in the half. Georgia 12, Georgia Tech 10. We're back to Stegman Coliseum after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
There once was a nutcracker who crunched walnuts to bits. All through the holidays, he never quits. But alas, he longed for something more. A gift much better than this tedious chore. Until one day he saw in his nutcracking bowl, why, a holiday scratcher, straight from the North Pole. Nutcracker won millions, he took great adventures. And of course, he purchased some solid gold dentures. It's the gift everyone wants to get. Give holiday scratchers from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays are always hectic, but with the BMW i5 and iX, you can make them 100% electric. Make every journey a thrill with the cutting-edge driver technology in the BMW iX. Or step into the first ever BMW i5 with its dynamic performance and iconic presence. Find your ultimate 100% electric BMW at the Electric BMW Road Home Sales Event and turn the holidays from hectic to electric. BMW, the ultimate electric driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go. Good to go.
Georgia leads Georgia Tech by 2 with 11:39 to go in the half, 12-10. Let's go inside the huddle with Chuck Dowdle. It's brought to you by Georgia's own credit union, banking on purpose. Chuck, what was happening in the Bulldogs huddle?
Well, they were talking about the movement of the basketball offensively, and they want better flow. Coach is looking for better flow. That means moving that ball around quickly but crisply. And, not guys trying to do it on their own. Try to find that open guy and get it to him, but looking for better flow offensively. See if we can't get some buckets here and open up a little space.
Dogs 5 out of the timeout. Justin Hill, Silas Demery, Blue Kane, R.J. Melendez, and Frank Anselamibe. Tech gets Carter Murphy in the game for the first time, a transfer from the Air Force Academy. He's a graduate transfer. Sturdivant, high pass inside, tipped, and then on the lay-in attempt, blocked by the Dogs. Sacco had it rejected. Dogs with the ball. Anselm on the block, kicks it out to Hill, right side of the floor. He drives, clears some space with that left arm. Up the wing it goes to Melendez. Anselamibe, underhand toss to Hill. He attacks in traffic. Floater up and in right in front of the bucket.
Found that little soft spot about 6 feet from the bucket. Dropped it right through the middle.
14-10, Hill with his first points of the game. Tech basketball. Sturdivant overhead toss to Coleman in the corner. Now they feed the post. Anselamibe and Dongo, who dribbles it off his foot, out of bounds, and rolls out of bounds over the baseline. Ibe had positioned nicely on the baseline, Chuck, and gave him some pretty good defense.
Yeah, he forced him to dribble there. You don't want your big man dribbling underneath. You don't ever want that.
ACC Rookie of the Year, Bai Ndongo, 6'9", freshman. Didn't show it right there, though, with the turnover. Oh, nice feed by Melendez into Anselamibe as he goes up. Ball comes out of his hands, hits high off the glass, taken by Tech. They run the floor on the other end. Miss a lay-in from the right block.
How about Blue Kane pulling down that rebound?
Kane mixing it up defensively, getting in there. Hill dribbles on the left side of the floor, tosses it to Kane. Right back it goes to Justin Hill. Dogs with a 14-10 lead and the ball. Blue's going to drive on Murphy on the block, on the baseline. Skip it back out to Melendez with 9 on the clock. RJ trying to use a screen from Blue. Drives to the baseline. Double teamed on the block. Spin move. They take the ball away as he falls down. Murphy's going to zigzag into the front court now for Georgia Tech. It's 6'4" guard from Phoenix, Arizona. Sturdivant's got the ball. Slows it down in the half court. Now he speeds it up. Drives right of the lane. Pull up 2. Off the rim. Won't go. Rebound. Touched out by Georgia. We had Demery and Anselamibe, and then Blue Kane tried to get to it, but it had already bounced over the inline. Touched last by a Bulldog.
Dogs are being very aggressive on the defensive glass, and that's good to see. Really good to see.
Georgia +3 so far overall in rebounding. 12-9. Substitutions for Georgia now as Kane and Melendez come out, and Abdur Rahim and Chiwa back in for the Dogs. Also Reeves back in for Georgia Tech along with Kelly. And they work it around the perimeter. Tech on the inbounds. Georgia's back in the game too. Their 6'3" freshman guard from Canada. He's got the ball right now between the circles. Fakes the deep 3 straight on. Feeds it left to Kawasi Reeves. He misses a 3 from the left slot. Rebound Chiwa for the Dogs. Gives it to Thomason. Noah into the front court, left to right. One-handed pass with the left hand to Hill. Here comes a deep 3. That won't go. Off the rim. A little too much on it. Rebound to Georgia Tech. We'll take it back the other way on the left end of the floor. Yellow Jackets basketball. Georgia by 4. 14-10 is our score. 8:55 to go in the half. Jump pass into the corner. Coleman drives out of the corner along the baseline for Tech.
What was that?
Misses a 3-footer. Rebounded on the other side by Dongo, and falling down, he put the shot up, but it warranted the what was that?
Yeah, he should just come down and then gone back up.
Dogs have possession now. Hill strokes a 3 in the right corner. That's off the rim. We're missing a lot from that spot. Georgia 1 for 9 now on 3-pointers. Tech with a long deep 3. They admire the miss. Rebound saved by Thomason over the inline into Hill. Dogs attack. Justin to the rack, and the lay-in rolls off the rim. Rebound knocked up in the air, collected by Demery, who glides to the basket and puts it back up and in.
Beautiful play by the true freshman. That was hustle.
16-10. Another admiring miss on a 3 by George, and another rebound for the Dogs. Tech firing 3s quick in the clock and missing them. And now here's a loose ball chased down by Thomason for Georgia in the front court. Noah to Demery between the circles, feeds it right to Hill. 7:45 to go in the half. Short skip pass to Chiwa, back out to Justin. Steps behind the three and rips it. Justin Hill with a scan of energy three. Timeout, Georgia Tech. The Dogs have pushed it up to a 9-point lead. It's 19-10.
Boy, that's just a great shot. Justin following up after the miss.
7:38 to go. This will be the under 8 timeout on the call time by Georgia Tech. Dogs 19, Georgia Tech 10. Back to Athens after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Ever wish you could make your Mondays go a little bit smoother? Here's a pro tip. You can order online to dodge the line and kick off your week with free coffee Mondays. Every Monday from September 1st to December 18th, Dunkin' Rewards members can get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. And you get to earn points to spend on even more free Dunkin'. Not a member? Join Dunkin' Rewards on the app and get even more Dunkin' deals. Nothing beats Dunkin' Rewards. Proud partner of your Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
Remaining in the first half, Georgia has a 9-point lead. It's time for a Regions first half recap. You can order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Well, the good news is Georgia is on a 10-2 run right now. It was 9-8 about 5 minutes ago, and Georgia's gone off on a little offensive burst here. Tech has missed 11 of their last 12 field goal attempts, and again, a 10-2 run for Georgia. 19-10 Dogs lead, Chuck, with 7:38 to go in the half.
I mentioned going into this game, we run this state. We apparently run the paint, too. We got 12-4 points in the paint advantage over the Jackets at this point in the ball game.
Let's pause quickly. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Tech inbounds and brings it up the length of the floor. Works on the left end in front court. Kowasi Reeves guarded by Blue Kane in the left corner. Now they get it to Miles Kelly. Jump shot, fade away, won't go. Rebound down on his knees. Blue Kane protected the ball and got it to a teammate, Jabri Abdur-Rahim, without Tech able to tie him up. On the other end, Blue for three. Missed it deep from the right wing. Rebound, foul line extended right, goes to Georgia Tech. 19-10, Dogs by 9 on a 10-2 run. Here's Nathan George. Feeds it into the paint right at the foul line now. Goes back to Kelly. He'll send it left side to George. One-handed bullet, cross-court, threaded the needle. They missed the three by Sacco. One-handed rebound, Jabri for the Dogs. Kane's got it in the front court. Chest pass, it goes across the way to Noah Thomason. Thomason, a short bounce pass to Chiwa. He'll dribble it into the paint. The big man spins. They bump a little bit. And he banks it home around the rim. It falls through good.
Little left-handed shot.
Russell with his second field goal of the game. 21-10 now, a 12-2 run for the Dogs.
He's amphibious. Goes with either hand.
He's using both flippers tonight. Tech passes to the wing. Ball tipped out by Blue Kane again.
He's doing a great job.
Deflections and defending. He's given the Dogs some defensive play tonight.
Well, he originally committed to Georgia Tech and before he woke up. and then came to play for the Dogs. But so he wants to have a good game here tonight.
Tech with a basketball, 9 on the shot clock. George, jump stop in the paint, 6-foot floater, good. He got Demery sagging a little bit. And Nathan George with his first points of the contest. 21-12 our score now. Dogs in front. Georgia basketball on the right end of the floor. Demery's got it across the foul line. Leans in, nothing there. Kicks it back out on the perimeter. Thomason's got it on the wing. Dribble through the legs. He'll back it up a little bit. Chiwa sets a screen. Thomason goes behind it. Zigzags through the paint. Fade away. Too good with a left hand on the right side of the floor. Thomason, the left-hander, transfer from Niagara. Knocks down his second basket of the game, and it's 23-12. The Dogs are in front. 5:16, 5:15 to go in the half. George works against Jabri. Pinned in on the baseline. Jump pass to Reeves. Into the corner to Kelly. His 3-ball in front of our bench won't go. Reeves gets a nice rebound for Tech in heavy traffic and puts it back up and in. Kawasi Reeves, the Florida transfer, with 7 points for the Yellow Jackets tonight. It's 23-14 Georgia. Dogs ball. It's loose and diving right over the scores table. Taking out the clock operator.
Yep, he's good.
Miles Kelly. He went chest first. Went skidding right into the scores table trying to save that loose ball. It's going to be Georgia's ball anyway. Kelly knew he was going to get some TV time with that kind of play, right?
But I wish if he's going to do that, come at us.
No, we don't want that. We do not want that. Too old for that. 23-13. Dogs by 23-14. Well, what's the score? I see 2 different scoreboards.
Well, it's
Here's
now
Blue King. We've got
26-13.
Yes, 26.
We got twice as many points as Georgia Tech has.
Is the best part of that. We've got one monitor showing Tech's got 14, and the scoreboards in the building say 13.
Well, Pat Adams is going to get it straightened out. They may have 14.
Blue Kane just hit another Scanna Energy 3 for the Dogs, his second. And it may be 26-13 or it's 26-14. As soon as Miles Kelly may have messed up the score when he went diving right into the clock operator down to our right.
Yeah, because they're still playing around with the equipment down there.
Event management people are busy. They're scurrying down to our right, trying to get everything plugged back in and connected and working properly. Well, we'll go with 26-13 for the time being. That's what it says on the scoreboard across the way, although our monitor is different. Tech with a basketball, driving baseline pull-up 2 won't go. Rebound Tech after it was tipped. Put back in the paint won't go for Dongo. No, that was Dewana. And his miss is rebounded by the Dogs. Georgia has possession and maybe a 13-point lead. Here's Hill. Overhead toss back to Melendez, left side of the floor. He's got space to shoot. He doesn't pull the trigger. Comes back to Justin Hill. One-on-one defending against Hill. Feeds it into the corner. Demery to the rack. And it's blocked out of bounds as he goes up high for a lay-in. Tech blocks it out of bounds. It'll be Georgia ball. 8 seconds on the clock after the timeout. Hopefully they get the score situation straightened out. 3:53 to go in the half. Georgia 26. Tech either 13 or 14.
I think we're right at 13.
Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Hi, it's Chuck Dowdle. In today's market, we know that saving money is more important than ever. That's why I'm a proud member of Georgia's Own Credit Union. Georgia's Own has been saving people money for nearly 90 years. Whether it's better rates on a CD or fewer fees on a checking account, your money goes further at Georgia's Own. Best of all, they're local and continue to support the people, places, and teams that we've all grown to love. To learn more, visit georgiasown.org. I'm Chuck Dowdle, and I'm one of Georgia's Own.
Georgia's Own is federally insured by the NCAAA.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
eBay Motors is here for the ride.
120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy is part of all the action as a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up for Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs for details. Limited time offer, terms and conditions apply.
Back here at Segment Coliseum, Georgia leads Georgia Tech. 26-14 is the correct score with 3:53 to go. It's time to spotlight the first half's best in game stats. Brought to you by Old Dominion Freight Line. Old Dominion Freight Line works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. And there's a lot of options here for Georgia to go to. Rebounding is good so far for the Dogs. Bench points, 11-0. Georgia with the lead in that one.
Paint.
I think the stat I like the most is Tech's shooting percentage because that says how our defense is playing. 22%.
Wow. Well, it's up 2% from the last time out. So they were 20%, but if we can keep them there, I like our chances.
Dogs will inbound it with 8 on the clock. Hill deep into the half court to Melendez. He charges down the lane. Kick out right side three. High rainbow three. Won't go off the rim. Rebounded by Georgia Tech. 3:42, 3:41 to go. First half. Tech with the basketball. Sturdivant over the logo. Right to left goes to Dungo. Just inside the three-point line. Tech moving the ball around. We got an offensive foul on the Yellow Jackets. And they're going to call that on Bai Dongo, the 6'9 freshman. Picks up his second foul. 5th team foul on the Yellow Jackets. And that'll be a turnover. Dogs will get the basketball, far side court. R.J. Melendez waiting to inbound to Justin Hill. Hill looks to his right to Georgia's head coach, Mike White, gets the call, and now puts it in motion. Screen by Kane. Hill to the rack. They don't defend it well. His layup spins out, however.
They knock it out.
Tipped the rebound, but Tech may have touched it last. It goes out of bounds. They did.
They slapped at it rather than try to grab it. They slapped at it and slapped it out of bounds.
Surprised that thing didn't stay for Justin. He throws it into Kane. Catch and shoot three. Hit the top of the backboard. Rebound. Melendez puts it back with one hand, his right hand, right in the paint. And RJ with his first basket of the game to make it 28-14 Georgia. Dogs have doubled up Tech here in the half as we approach 3 minutes to go. Sturdivant stops in the circle. They feed it into the corner. He's got the baseline all the way to the rim. And a two-handed dunk for Gapari. Tafara Gapari at 6'9", a transfer from UMass. Had no defender in his way from the right corner all the way to the basket. 28-16, Georgia. Melendez for three on the other end. Won't go off the rim. Rebound, Georgia Tech. Yellow Jackets basketball. Kelly across the top of the key. Feeds it back to Sturdivant. Dribbles to his right. Right of the lane. Spins into the paint. 8-footer. Air ball.
Great defense, Blue Cane.
Caught under the basket by Thomason. Into the front court. Zipped a one-hander to Hill. Drops it off to Ansel Amibe. His shot just went straight up and down about 3 feet away from the basket. There's a loose ball. It's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Georgia. It'll belong to Tech.
I got to tell you, Blue Cane is playing some defense, and he's coming out of the game now, but that young man, he gets your grill.
He and Big Frank come out, and back into the game, Chiwa and Jabri for the Dogs. We've got Hill and Thomason, Melendez, Abdur-Rahim, Chiwa, our five on the floor. Georgia leads Tech 28-16 here, getting late in the first half. Less than 2 minutes to go. Tech basketball, Sturdivant. Shot fake in the paint at the foul line. Feeds Coleman. He drives left baseline. Pull up 2. Won't go from 16 feet, but the rebound went right back to him. And now they get a lay-in underneath by Miles Kelly on a nice pass from the foul line down below. Kelly laid it in reverse style. Thomason tries a quick answer. That little fadeaway 2 on the right side again connects all net for Noah Thomason. Tech inbounds quickly. Coleman with an air ball 3 from the left wing. Caught by Noah. Diagonal feed to Melendez. Chiwa all alone for the moment. Caught it, turned around, pump fake, and drew contact from Georgia Tech. They foul the big guy.
Nice look up the floor by RJ. And Russell, I think if Russell had spun a little quicker to the basket, he might could have just gone up and dunked it.
They foul him instead and put him at the line. And the foul on Tafara Gapari from New Zealand, 6'9", 206. And for only the second time in the game, Dogs are at the free throw line. First time for Russell Chiwa. And the big man puts it up and in there, climbs over the front of the rim, good. Chiwa at 68% for the season, now 14 of 20. He was just 4 of 8 in the Dogs' last outing against Mercer last Friday. That one rims out, and we got a whistle, and we got a lane violation on Georgia Tech, so Russ is going to get another try at it. Lane violation on Kyle Sturdivant, and he's going to go to the bench, and George will check in now for the Yellow Jackets.
Russell's going to get a mulligan here.
Let's hope he takes advantage of it. 31-18 Dogs. Chance to go up by 14. Free throws in the air. Good, all net.
Yep, it's always that second drive that goes right down the middle of the fairway, you know.
Made him pay for the lane violation. 32-18 Dogs. Minute 15 to go first half. George drives, drops it off underneath. Two-handed dunk by Tyjon Claude for Georgia Tech.
Yeah, we had left the left side of the basket wide open, totally unprotected.
32-20 now. Dogs by a dozen with the basketball. Less than a minute to go. Hill follows Chiwa into the paint. Tries to put it up with the right hand, and it's blocked out of there by Tyjon Claude. And we got a foul on the play as well. Nathan George commits the foul for Georgia Tech. Number 2 on the freshman guard from Toronto. And the Dogs are going to be back on the foul line. This time it'll be Justin Hill at the line.
If we fortunate enough to get one more foul out of them somewhere here that's not a shooting foul, we'll get the 1-and-1.
Hill, 6-foot senior from Houston, Texas. Free throw off the rim, kicks out, no good. Kind of dipped in there and then had too much on it. It just fell back out over the front side of the rim. Hill at 63% from the line this season. Second foul shot finds the bottom. He makes one. He misses one. 52.5 seconds to go. The lead is 13 for the Dogs, and Georgia will use a timeout here, leading 33-20. What do you like most about the way we played in this half, Chuck?
The aggressive defense. I thought we were going to have to. That was one of our keys, was to play aggressive defense and disrupt their rhythm, because they've been in pretty good rhythm their last couple of games. But we've been, right in their face and doing a great job defensively. And the other thing is, obviously, we're playing well in the paint, getting the boards, getting to the glass, and then also scoring in the paint. So, right now we've got a lot to point our fingers at and say we're doing this pretty well. One of the things I would like to see us improve on just a bit is our three-point shooting. We're still struggling just a bit there. I think RJ's having a bit of a problem from behind the arc tonight. We need to get him off and going. But that would certainly be a help to us right now, to be able to knock down a couple of more of those threes.
Yeah, neither team doing well in that category tonight. We're 3 of 15. They're 2 of 11. Tech lets it roll on the inbounds. Now they pick it up about three-quarter court. And here we go. 45 seconds to go in the half. 13-point Georgia lead. Kelly has it swatted away by Chiwa. He goes over Kelly. Look at the play by the 7-footer.
Wow.
He just stole it right off the floor. He swatted it and then went to the floor to steal it. Jabri for 3 on the other end. Early in the clock, won't go. Oh, we're going to get a 2-for-1. We got a long rebound.
Yeah, Melendez batted it out.
Shot clock reset to 20, so there is still different shot clock and game clock.
Yeah.
16 on the game clock, 6 on the shot clock. Thomason on the logo. Now he attacks, moves to his right, hoists a deep three. Got it! Top of the key, 3. Clock continues to run. 5-4. Tech at half court. George, long 3. Splats off the backboard. That's the end of the half. Georgia by 16 with a little bit of a flurry going into the locker room at intermission.
Well, if you'd asked me for my dream ending, that was it. That was a terrific end to the first half.
That play by Chiwa.
Oh, that was great.
Fantastic.
Yeah, gave up his big body. That's a big body you're giving up on the floor. Stole that basketball and threw it back. Got it back into play and then down the floor. And then, we get the 3 at the buzzer. That's great. What else can we do? That was a 16-point lead here at halftime. That's a nice thing. But now we got to make sure we come out of the locker with that pedal to the metal.
Exactly, and that'll be the message. You can be certain. 16-point Georgia lead. That is their largest of the game, and we're at halftime in Athens. Time now for the Georgia Power halftime show with Luke Nadkarni. He's in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. Piedmont Healthcare offers you exceptional, hassle-free care closer to home. Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of UGA Athletics. Intermission in Athens. At the half, Georgia leads Georgia Tech 36-20 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Do you call the dogs in your sleep? See bulldogs in the clouds? Never wear orange and blue together? If so, there's no better way to show your Dog Nation pride than with the Georgia Bulldogs Regents Visa debit card and prepaid Regents Now card. As passionate as you are about the Bulldogs, Regents is even more passionate about celebrating your every financial win and helping you plan for the next one. To order your card, visit regents.com/GoDogs. Regents, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC. Terms, conditions, and fees apply.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back, so grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace!
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
you can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Georgia Power Halftime Report. The Georgia Power Halftime Report is brought to you by Georgia Power, the official energy provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. Live from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios, here's your host, Luke Nadkarni.
Georgia nearly doubling up Georgia Tech after 20 minutes of play at Stegman Coliseum. 36-20 the Dogs on top of the Yellow Jackets. Quick check now of the SEC scoreboard here from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And Ole Miss just underway against Mount St. Mary's.
Chased it down the corner and got it without fouling. Flanagan, left elbow. Flanagan spins, puts one up in front. Good, and he got fouled. Flanagan is going to be a problem for them tonight.
David Kellum on the call from the Ole Miss Radio Network. Early going in Oxford, 7.5 minutes in, 9-9 the score between Ole Miss and Mount St. Mary's. 13:29 to play in the second half. In Gainesville, Florida has surged ahead of Merrimack, 44-37. And in Knoxville, 20 seconds remaining. It's number 17 Tennessee about to polish off George Mason, 87-64. The Vols have the lead there. Today's halftime report is presented by Georgia Power. At Georgia Power, our mission is to provide Georgia with clean, safe, reliable, and affordable energy. We understand that energy bills play a vital role in your budget, and we're committed to providing the tools and assistance you need to make a difference. Learn more at georgiapower.com/myenergy. We'll take a timeout and hit some more scores on the other side. Georgia 36, Tech 20 on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Ever wish you could make your Mondays go a little bit smoother? Here's a pro tip. You can order online to dodge the line and kick off your week with free coffee Mondays. Every Monday from September 1st to December 18th, Dunkin' Rewards members can get a free medium hot or iced coffee with any purchase. And you get to earn points to spend on even more free Dunkin'. Not a member? Join Dunkin' Rewards on the app and get even more Dunkin' deals. Nothing beats Dunkin' Rewards. Proud partner of your Georgia Bulldogs.
This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
365 days a year. Just call us up. We'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. As you make me take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When your family just can't wait, you can always count on Tremaine.
With Kroger brand products, you can make all your favorite things this holiday season. Because Kroger brand's proven quality products come at exceptionally low prices. And with a money-back quality guarantee, every dish is sure to be a favorite.
These are a few of my favorite things.
Whether you shop delivery, pickup, or in-store, Kroger brand has all your favorite things. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield and JMI Sports under the broadcast rights granted by the University of Georgia. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the University of Georgia, Learfield, and JMI Sports. Announcers are provided by Learfield and JMI Sports and approved by the University of Georgia.
Luke Ned Carney rejoining you here on the Georgia Power Halftime Report from the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. The Dogs lead the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech 36-20 at the break. Check now the top 25 games in progress. 4:04 to play from Madison Square Garden in the Jimmy V Classic. Number 11 Florida Atlantic trails number 20 Illinois 86-80. Second game of that event features number 9 North Carolina and at number 5 UConn about 20 minutes after the conclusion. 11:06 to play second half. Number 19 Oklahoma leads Providence 47-42 in Norman. And 7:57 to play. Big battle going on in the Big Ten. Number 23 Wisconsin ahead of Michigan State 56-50. One other top 25 game in progress. Number 2 Kansas leads the Kansas City Kangaroos 29-11 with 8:49 to play in the first half. There's a look at the scoreboard of the top 25. Our score, Georgia 36 and the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech 20. We'll send it back out to Athens right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more. you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
It's time to cheer on the Bulldogs with the smooth and refreshing taste of Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Twisted Tea tastes like real iced tea because it's made with real brewed tea. Twisted Tea goes down smooth, and at 5% alcohol, it's got the perfect kick to turn things up on game day. It's time to stock up for the season. Look for the bright yellow cans wherever you buy beer. Twisted Tea Hard Iced Tea. Keep it twisted. Please drink responsibly. Twisted Tea Brewing Company, Cincinnati, Ohio.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in Georgia. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the GHSA and the Georgia Athletic Directors Association.
Waking up to presents under the tree is a special memory for everyone. Clark Howard here, and every year I set out a goal to take care of every child in foster care across the state of Georgia. I need your help. Join me at various Walmarts across Metro Atlanta on December 3rd, 9th, and 10th for the 33rd annual Clark's Christmas Kids. Help make Georgia foster kids' Christmas wishes come true. For more information about how you can donate and for Walmart store locations, visit WSBradio.com.
Thanks for joining us tonight, Bulldogs basketball. We're at halftime at Stegman Coliseum in Athens. Scott Howard, Chuck Dowdle back courtside with you. Adam Gillespie, our producer-engineer. Luke Nat Carney in our Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And a terrific first half for the Dogs so far. 36-20 in the first 20 minutes of play. And let's tell you how it happened as we take a look at the first half stats brought to you by Northside Hospital, reminding you that the most common symptom of prostate cancer is no symptom at all. And prostate cancer will affect 1 in every 9 men in America. Find out about screenings, your risk factors, and innovative treatment at northside.com. Georgia in the first half shot 40%, 14 of 35. Georgia Tech, 26.5%, 9 of 34. Neither team was red hot behind the arc. Georgia 4 of 17 on threes, although they did get a big one there at the end of the half by Noah Thomason. 23.5% on threes for Georgia. 2 of 12 for Georgia Tech. That's 16.7%. The Dogs with a pretty good number on the glass as well, plus 8 out rebounding Georgia Tech, 27-19. Dogs with only 4 first half turnovers. Tech with 6 leading scorers in the game. Georgia's really spread it around. Thomason with that late 3 is the Dogs' first half leading scorer with 9 points. Then we have 3 guys with 6. Blue Kane, Justin Hill, and Russell Chiwa. Chiwa's the top rebounder for Georgia as well with 5 boards in that first half. Kawasi Reeves leads Georgia Tech with 7 points. Georgia 36, Georgia Tech 20. Second half on the way on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Don't you mean fa la 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 la?
Nope, we're shaking things up.
Whatever you say.
Shake things up this season at the Toyotathon sales event. Lease a new 2024 Toyota RAV4 LE for $339 a month for 24 months, plus $500 holiday bonus cash. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through December 5th, 2023. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. 3638 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
In Georgia, football is more than just a game. It's how we celebrate our traditions and community spirit. Strong values are important, and that's why when you partner with Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance, you get so much more than just a policy. You get a local agent and a company you can depend on. Visit gfbinsurance.com to find your local agent or get your quick quote. Georgia Farm Bureau Insurance. More than just a game. More than just a policy.
We are Farm Bureau.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
When you live in SEC country, you feel it everywhere you go. The traditions and rivalries surround you. As much as you celebrate the game, Regions celebrates your financial wins even more. And like SEC fans, we'll never quit. Because in an SEC world, we're the SEC Bank. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Member FDIC.
Almost set to get it going in the second half. Georgia enjoys a 16-point lead at intermission, 36-20. And Chuck, what were some of the highlights for you in that first half?
Well, again, just the fact that we played such great defense. What I want to see now, though, Scott, is how we play this first 5 minutes of this second half. Look, we're up 16 right now. In 5 minutes from now, when that clock hits 15 minutes to play in this game, I'd like to see us every bit of 16, if not 20, ahead. That'd be absolutely optimal.
Attendance tonight announced at 9,017, so over 9,000 in the building. Great student turnout tonight. They've been standing the whole evening. Georgia Tech will have the basketball to start the second half. Georgia will begin the half with Moncrief and Chiwa, the big guys, and then Thomason and Demery and Abdur-Rahim, the guards. Tech works down to our right. They're in their old gold uniforms. Georgia in the throwback home white jerseys. Tech drives baseline, pull-up jumper off the rim, no good. Same as the first half. Demery gets the rebound for the Dogs.
That's his fifth. That ties Chiwa as our rebounding leader. That's a guard.
At 6'5", he's aggressive on the glass. One of Georgia's top rebounders. Here's Moncrief to the elbow. Nowhere to go with it. Finds Demery back on the left wing. Silas. Soft pass across the way to Jabri with 7 to shoot. Abdur-Rahim. Clock running down at 4, at 3. Throws the ball away. Scramble for it. Picked up by Tech. Dogs turn it over. Never got a shot. George into the front court. Drives inside the arc. Feeds Kelly above the 3 on the right side. He's going to go inside, tried to lay it up, blocked out of bounds by M.A. Moncrief. He's the Dogs' top shot blocker so far this season, and that's his 7th of the year.
And he was very wise. He let the ball leave the shooter's hand, then he blocked it so that no doubt that he wasn't fouling.
Georgia has played very well without fouling thus far. Only got whistled for 3 in the first half. George throws it in to Dongo on the far side. Back to George on the wing. Stripped away by Noah Thomason in tight man-to-man defense. He deflects it out of bounds. It'll be Georgia Tech's basketball. Just underway here in the second half. 36-20 is our score. Georgia by 16. Tech ball. Kelly skids to a stop right of the lane. Feeds it back to George. He tries to penetrate. Runs against Demery. Throws up an awkward-looking shot. The result was awkward, too. It bounced off the glass and the rim. No good. Rebound to Moncrief. He gives it to Thomason. Fakes the step-back 3. Across the way to Demery. Drives inside. Shot rejected at the backboard by Dongo, the 6'9" freshman, rather. Tech with a possession. George in the corner, far side. Thomason closes out defensively. They feed Coleman on the drive. That's no good. Offensive rebound and the putback, Dongo.
He was there in perfect position to clean that up. The Dogs still looking for their first bucket here in the second half.
That basket by Tech, the first points of the half. Here's Jabri, misses everything just about. Hits it high and right on the backboard on that straightaway 3. Tech hustles up the floor. Down the lane comes their man, and he
caught it.
Lose it out of bounds. Yeah, that was Dongo who had the ball when he went flying out of bounds over the end line. Pat Adams with the call. Give it to Georgia. When I say they were sprinting up the floor, they were sprinting up the floor.
Yeah, and he caught it.
All in all.
Yeah, he caught it, but he went right into the end zone or out of the back of the end zone, I guess in this case.
Right into the photographers. Dogs have the possession and still looking for their first points of the half. Moncrief's got it on the right side. Spins right of the lane. Coleman bodies up on him. Head of the key, it goes to Thomason. 3-ball. There's the first points of the second half. A Scana Energy 3 by Noah Thomason. And he's got a dozen tonight. And the lead goes to 39-22, Georgia. A lot of time remaining. 17 minutes and change. Coleman feeds it inside to Dongo. Over in the corner, Kawasi Reeves hits a 3 over Jabri.
He can shoot. There's no doubt he can shoot.
His second 3 of the game. He's in double figures with 10, the only Tech player in double digits tonight. 39-25, Georgia by 14 with the ball. Big Chiwa on the left block. 3 dribbles into the paint. Pivot, slow pivot. Now puts it up with the right hand, short off the front of the rim. And a loose ball foul on the Dogs.
Yep.
They got Jabri on the reach in. That's his first and the team's first of the half. Clock stops, 16:55 to go in the game. Georgia 39, Georgia Tech 25. Debo Coleman will inbound for Georgia Tech. Demery will pick up George in the backcourt. Nathan George dribbles it across the timeline. Man-to-man defense for the Dogs. George working back and forth behind a screen. Trips over the feet of Demery. And they call a tripping foul on Silas. They got tangled up on their feet, and George hit the deck. And Demery picks up his second foul.
That was a good call. Silas just a little too aggressive there, jumping in.
R.J. Melendez comes in for Moncrief, and Justin Hill comes in for Silas Demery for the Dogs. 39-25, 14-point Georgia lead. Tech with the basketball. Kelly straight on 3, around the rim, and it falls off the left side. No good. Melendez got the rebound. That one wanted to go, but the basket here in Athens, Georgia just simply would not allow it. Melendez to Hill, runs the baseline, feeds Jabri for 3. His will go on the left end. Scana 3 for Jabri in the left corner. Tech with a long inbound to Reeves. They don't waste any time. It's 42-25.
Jabri jumped down the court in a hurry to get down there and defend. Now, it caused Reeves to miss a long 3, but Jabri doing, not admiring his 3, but getting down on defense.
Ndongo got points on that last possession for Tech, and now the Dogs turn it over. Ndongo with a takeaway. Tech will give it right back. Here come the Dogs with numbers, 3-on-2. Melendez to the rack. Misses the slashing lay-in off the glass. Tech may have gotten a piece of his lay-in, and they pick up the loose ball off the floor. 42-27, Georgia with a 15-point lead, 15 and a half minutes to go. Tech basketball, and Ndongo pushes it right corner. Kawasi Reeves 3 off the rim, offensive rebound, put back off the rim again, another offensive board, and an air ball. Caught by Jabri. Dogs on the run. Hill into the front court. Jump pass into the corner. Melendez sets his feet, shoots, and misses off the rim. One-handed rebound. Big Chiwa, the 7-footer, unloads back out front to Thomason. He misses a 3. Rebound tipped by Jabri. Right to George for Tech. Georgia Tech with the basketball. Coleman will slow it down a little bit on the dribble. Gives it back to George. High right wing, guarded by Noah Thomason. Tech back and forth with their guards out front. Coleman's got it. Turns. Floats it up with the right hand. Real short. He left it way short. He was right at the basket and just left it dreadfully short. It was rebounded by Chiwa. Dogs turn it over on the other end. Here we go the other way with Tech. Coleman, a desperation 3. Their tongues are hanging out.
Yeah, and Mike White wants timeout.
The 3 by Coleman is good. I'm not sure if he had any air left in his lungs when he shot it. But Tech has cut it to 12 with 14:33 to go in the game. Dogs call a time. We will too. 42-30 is our score. Dogs in front on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Creature Comforts Brewing Company is the official craft beer of your Georgia Bulldogs. These two Athens institutions have joined to connect quality beer with the passion and pageantry of the UGA faithful. So whether it's Georgia's favorite craft beer, Tropicalia IPA, the award-winning Classic City Lager, or Georgia's #1 new brand, Bigger Dreams Hazy IPA, Creature Comforts has you covered on game day and every day. 2 brands, 1 town, 1 team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. Creature Comforts Brewing Company, Athens, Georgia. Available wherever cold beer is served. Champions drink responsibly.
Georgia is our home. That's why at Georgia Power, we're building the future of energy. Over the last decade, we've invested nearly $10 billion to strengthen the electric grid, installing new substations, upgrading transformers, moving power lines underground, and investing in cleaner energy. We're making the electric grid more resilient and reliable for you and for future generations. At Georgia Power, we know that making smart investments today prepares us to meet our customers' needs tomorrow.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
With a dog, go to georgiadogs.com/NIL to connect with a student athlete on a sponsorship, commercial, appearance, autograph session, and more. That's georgiadogs.com/NIL.
Scott, we had 4 turnovers in the first half. We've had 3 here in the first 5.5 minutes of the second half. We got, and some of it was maybe a little bit of that fatigue that you were talking about, guys with their tongues hanging out, because that action was up and down the floor. But we got a little sloppy with the basketball, too.
Tech +4 so far in the first 5.5 minutes on the scoreboard. They've outscored the Dogs 10-6. Georgia got up by 17, but the Yellow Jackets have scored the last 5. And it's a 12-point Georgia lead right now. Still a long way to go in this one. 14:33 remaining. Thomason leading Georgia in scoring with 12 points thus far. Chiwa's doing a nice job in the middle, although the big man getting a rest right now. And Frank Anselamibe is in the game. Chiwa with 6 points and 7 rebounds. Kane's back on the floor, too. He feeds Hill for a 3. Good! Justin knew it as soon as he let it go right in front of us on the left wing.
We had a great angle of it. You could see it was going. He did, too.
That's the second 3-pointer of the game for Justin Hill, and the lead back to 15 for the Dogs, 45-30. Tech basketball right into the floor. Dongo works against Melendez. They bump. Wrap around, bounce feed on the baseline underneath. Nice play by Tech. Sacco puts it up and in for the Yellow Jackets. 45-32. Blue Kane for 3 on the other end. Rattles off the rim. Anselamibe got the rebound, but they're going to whistle a foul on the big man for Georgia.
You wondered how he got that much space to get a rebound, but I know how he did it.
He pushed off.
So did the official.
And Pat Adams made the call. Timeout, 13:47 to go in the game. Georgia 45, Georgia Tech 32. Back to Stegman Coliseum in Athens right after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
No matter where you're headed, Citgo is a good place to start. Whether you're off to a music fest in the city or dance recital in the suburbs, Citgo top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline helps your engine run smoother and cleaner along the way. Tri-Clean is designed to keep fuel injectors, intake valves, and cylinders clean, preventing hesitation, rough idling, and poor drivability. Plenty of good reasons why when you start with Citgo, you're good to go.
There's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but great teams let their performance do the talking, like the Ford F-150 truck with smart tech that'll help win the day and leave the competition speechless. That's why F-150 is the best-selling full-size pickup in Georgia and the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs. See your local Ford dealer today. Greatness starts here. Based on S&P Global Mobility Total, U.S. new vehicle registrations for the standard full-size pickup segment RYTD April 2023. Some models, trims, and features may not be available or may be subject to change.
Now through January 2nd, during the BMW Road Home Sales Event, lease an all-electric 2024 BMW iX xDrive 50 for $699 per month for 36 months with $63.79 due at signing. For more details, visit BMWATL.com today. Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics, and go Dogs. Dogs by 13, 45-32. If you recall last year's game in Atlanta, there were 15 lead changes in the second half alone last year. Tonight, 0 lead changes. Georgia has led from the opening tip, and the Dogs have yet to give up the lead. They're up by 13 right now, 45-32. Big lead of the night for the Dogs, 17 points. Tech will inbound.
Dogs in a press.
Georgia with Dimry, Kane, Hill, Anselm, Ebay, and Melendez on the floor. And we almost tipped off the entry to Coleman as Sacco took his time trying to get it in. They just do beat the 5-second count. Tech with the basketball. They work in the front court to our right now. Here's Sturdivant on the drive. Defensively, Kane picked him up down on the block. Sturdivant has it back again. He'll try again. Drives. Dimry cuts him off. 5 to shoot. They go to the big man, Dongo. Anselm Ebay holds his ground. Arms reach to the roof.
That's great defense.
And he tried to shoot it over him. That was terrific defense. Didn't foul. They missed a shot. We rebound. Now Hill on the drive. His shot is blocked, and it's caught by Dongo right out of bounds. So he's standing over the baseline with the ball in his hands. It's going to be Georgia basketball.
He actually took it out of the air and then just landed and backed out of bounds with it.
Justin did something to his right elbow, too. He's trying to flex his arm a little bit, and he's grabbing at his right elbow. He's going to stay in the game, and he's going to inbound the ball. Hill looking, throws it in deep to Melendez as he backpedals towards the half-court line to catch the entry pass. Dimry fakes the 3, drives in for a 2. Lay it good. He muscled it in through 2 Tech defenders and got it to the rim. Silas Dimry, no fear on that drive. And it's 47-32, Dogs by 15. Sturdivant on the dribble, left hand, right hand through the legs, between the circles, feeds it right. 3 ball by Tech, no good. Gapari missed it off the rim, rebound to the Dogs. Melendez running with it. They foul him as he drives in from the right wing.
Yeah,
Adams calls the foul on Georgia Tech.
We had that jacket defense spread, which left Melendez with one-on-one, and that was a mismatch for him going in by himself. They had no choice but to foul him.
And the foul was on Sturdivant that time, his first. Georgia will inbound. 12:37 to go in the game. Georgia has a 15-point lead. Kane runs behind a screen, takes the entry pass, and hits a 3 in the right corner. Blue strokes home a 3 ball. That's his 3rd of the game. 50-32, largest lead of the game for Georgia. Anselm Ebay blocks the shot, knocks the ball loose, picked up by the Dogs. Here's Kane in the front court now. He wanted to shoot the 3 again, but he didn't. Tech got out on him. Melendez has it in the corner. Drives through the paint. They bump him as he put his right foot in that red paint area.
Well,
Tech with a body shot. Yeah, they did. They got their money's worth on that foul. And that'll stop the clock on the Tech foul with 12:13 to go, and Georgia leading by 18.
They didn't call him shooting, though. He tried to get that ball up in the air so he'd get a 2-shot foul, but didn't get it.
Debo Coleman called for the personal. His first. Georgia to throw it in. Hill throws it to the basket to Dimry. Pump fake. Layup. Short. Ball is loose. Battle for the rebound. Dimry.
That's Georgia's ball.
Tying up the Tech defender who was laying on his back. And that was Sacco, the 6'6 freshman. and Dimry got in there and tied him up. And, boy, the bench really loved that. Georgia has the possession error on the jump ball.
Silas Dimry never takes a half-speed step, does he? I mean, that guy is hustling all the time.
Hill to inbound right of the basket. Throw it into Big Frank. Frank pushes it up with the right hand. He got fouled on the shot. Ansel Amibe will go to the line. He's got 2 free throws coming. And the foul on Tech, Tyjon Claude. Number 2 on him. And that's the 3rd team foul on Georgia Tech. 12:05 remaining in the game. Georgia's lead is 18, and Big Frank trying to add to it here at the foul line. 75% shooter, 9 of 12. Free throw number 1 will fall in there good for him. First point of the night for Frank Anselamibe, 6'10", 215. Transferred in from Syracuse a couple of seasons ago. And his second free throw is in the air. That one's too hard. Hits the back of the rim and kicks off to the right corner. Picked up by Georgia Tech. We made one and missed one. And the Dogs have a 19-point lead, 51-32. Tech basketball. Kelly dribbles to the top of the key, drives to his left, and they feed it down to the baseline. Sacco missed a lay-in and a foul on the rebound on the Dogs, I think. Yep, they got Dimry for a hack on the arm.
Shooting foul.
Dimry just picked up his 3rd, too. 11:47 to go. We've got a time in Stegman. Georgia 51, Tech 32. Back after this, Bulldog Sports Network.
SeatGeek's the ticketing app for fans like the sideline shot caller.
Come on, boys, pick up the pace.
SeatGeek got him a great deal on seats right near the action, so when he yells,
"What are you doing? Block him!"
you can be absolutely sure the players heard him. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
It takes hard work to be the best in the game. Planning, commitment, resilience, sweat. That's why Old Dominion Freight Line, the #1 national LTL carrier for quality, works hard to be the best in the game and is proud to support those striving to be the best in theirs. Old Dominion Freight Line, official freight carrier of Georgia Athletics, helping the world keep promises.
If SEC football runs deep in your veins, then Sirius XM SEC Radio is what you need to listen to. We're talking conference and team previews, plus hear live games, news, and analysis from experts like Chris Doering, Aaron Murray, and Max Stark. Go in-depth with your favorite team with coaches shows, championship specials, and more. Get inside SEC football like nowhere else. See your fandom on the Sirius XM app. Stay up to date anywhere you go. Just download the app and start streaming.
No one gets you closer to the game than Sirius XM SEC Radio. Tune in for news, talk, and analysis from the offseason through the regular season and into the postseason. Your team is covered anywhere you go. And get a free trial at SiriusXM.us/SEC Radio 2023.
Scott, we continue to do a great job on the glass. 38-31 on rebounds and points in the paint. Well, they've overtaken us now, but it's been because of we've left some guys open, on the baseline and also underneath. They found a couple of guys that, look, they're not getting threes, they're getting twos. So that's a good thing when they do that. But I will tell you this, Georgia is playing as well defensively. You're holding Georgia Tech here to 32 points, and there's 11-4, just under 12 minutes to play in this game. Now, doesn't mean it's out of reach for them, but I got to tell you, if Georgia keeps playing defense like this, that's going to be a heck of a mountain to climb.
Tech in their 6 games so far this season, averaging right at 73 points a game, well short of that tonight, as Chuck just pointed out. And here in the second half, the Dogs have 5 field goals that we've made in this half. 4 of them are 3-pointers, and we've spread it around. Kane's got a 3, Jabri's got a 3, Thomason has 1, and Justin Hill. Sacco at the foul line for Georgia Tech, and the 6'6 freshman from Guinea is a little deep on that first free throw attempt. Off the rim and no good. Ibrahima Sacco, second foul shot, rattles out. He did miss them both, and the rebound just plops right down into Jabri Abdur-Rahim's arms. 51-32, Dogs by 19 with the ball. Thomason, left-hand dribble drive, threads the needle on the bounce pass to Blue Kane, who dribbled. Double dribbled going from left to right along the baseline on the feed from Thomason. Now Noah will talk to him a little bit, and they'll get things sorted out. Dogs turn it over. Tech trying to catch the Dogs napping. Long pass into the left corner. Thomason closes out defensively on the missed three. Offensive rebound Tech, and then a foul on the Dogs. That foul on Frank Anselmibe. We looked a little out of sync on that particular series, Chuck.
Yeah, we got down and we contested the shot. They missed it. We had two guys there to get the rebound, and they kind of tipped it away from each other and right into the hands of the Jacket, who's now going to the line.
Big Frank with a foul, his second. Tafara Gapari at the line. Free throw by the big right-hander is up and in. Good. His first foul shot of the night. He's got 3 points in the game. A 6'9" sophomore transfer forward from UMass. Long and lean at the free throw line for Tech, shooting into the Georgia band down to our right. And that free throw off the rim, no good. Anselmibe goes up strong with two hands and rebounds.
He snatched that one out of the air.
51-33, Georgia leads as we approach 11 minutes remaining in the game. Hill on the dribble for Georgia in the front court. Hands it off on the wing to Thomason. He moves it back on the logo, fires over to Justin Hill, and a soft three rattles home. Good. They didn't close out defensively. Sacco sagged off on him, and Hill made him pay.
A 21-point lead.
12 points in the game for Hill, his third three tonight. 54-33, largest lead of the game. George through traffic, dribbles in the left edge of the lane, and a reach-in foul on Anselmibe. Kane was there, Thomason was there, and Big Frank. And the foul committed by Anselmibe, his third. He's going to come out of the game. Russell Chiwa will check back in for Georgia. We've got Thomason and Hill, Kane, Jabri Abdur-Rahim, and Chiwa, all five on the floor. 54-33 is the score. Georgia in front. We've led all night. 10:46 to go, and now Tech will get the basketball to inbound it down to our right, to the right of the basket. They throw it in their front court, work it around the perimeter, left side. Now Kelly on a fake drive, kicks out for a three ball by George. He misses the three from the left corner. Chiwa rebounds for the Dogs. Georgia basketball. Hill dribbles through the legs across the foul line, hands it off to Thomason. Gapari on the defense. Thomason drives against the double team. Got a reverse lay-in to go from the left side. Noah Thomason, a little magic with the basketball. And he created his own shot and beat two Tech defenders on the reverse lay-in. 56-33. Tech for three. Kelly stays in there, went around the rim a time and a half and fell through good. That's his first points of the half. 56-36. Georgia with a 20-point lead in the ball. 9:45 to go. Now less than that. Big Chiwa backdoor feed to Jabri, and his will go around the rim twice. And it fell through good, and he got fouled. He'll go to the line for a three-point play.
And give the assist to Big Russell.
Georgia's associate head coach, Antonio Reynolds-Dean, was out on the floor and pointing right at Russell, talking about what a good job he just did.
He did. That was a great pass.
Abdur-Rahim at the line, 89% from the stripe this season. Free throw number one, good, all net. Jabri with a three-point play, and that puts him in double figures with 10. 59-36, Georgia. Dogs by 23 with 9:40, now less than that, remaining here in Athens. Tech with the basketball. The freshman George dribbles to his left, reverses to his right now. Coleman drives off the wing, down the lane, curls there, misses the layup attempt. And we got a body foul on the Dogs.
Is that Demery? He just went back in.
Yep. And Silas picked up his fourth on that play. Pat Adams said Demery was sliding his body in the way, trying to get the rebound, and got called for the foul. And now he'll come out of the game and talk to head coach Mike White.
Coaching moment.
Miles Kelly on the line, the 6'6" junior from Stone Mountain.
I will promise you, Mike White doesn't really hate that because Silas is aggressive in there, and it's been paying off for him. He gets a lot of rebounds.
Free throw by Kelly is good, and the second one on the way, and it is also good. 59-38. Yeah, Demery with 6 boards and 5 points tonight. Georgia by 21 with 9:15 to go in the game. Dogs have the ball. Chiwa above the circle. Feeds it left to Hill. Sets a screen. Justin steps back all day to shoot. Three ball hits the front of the rim. Rebound in the corner to Thomason. He's going to attack from the right side. Left it short on the layup. It rolled up on the right edge of the rim and then fell down to Tech. Yellow Jackets rebound. They have the ball. Kelly with a nice reversal on the left baseline and into the basket. He charges in for a lay-in. That was a nice play by Kelly. 59-40. Georgia by 19. Melendez holds in the front court for the Dogs. Chiwa flashes out top of the key to take the pass from Melendez. Big Russ, 2 dribbles on the floor. Gives it to Jabri. Jumper above the foul line. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, Georgia Tech. Here come the Yellow Jackets. George with a penetrate, kick out, right side 3, side iron, no good. Rebound, just reached up over the big guy, Hill, went up over the 6'9" Ndongo and stole the rebound. Dogs have the ball. Hill, a no-look, thread the needle, bounce pass to Melendez. To Chiwa, filling the lane, and they foul him. Nope, excuse me, we just lost it out of bounds. I thought there was a foul.
Yeah, and so did Mike White.
We just lost it out of bounds, and it's going to be Tech's basketball. Ansel Amibe will come in. Blue Cane will come in. And Chiwa and Jabri will exit the ball game with Georgia up by 19, 59-40. 8:08 to go here at Segment Coliseum. Tech will bring it up the length of the floor. George, the freshman, lets it roll all the way to half court, even into front court. Now the clock begins when he touches it and picks it up. George holds above the 3 on the right side. Top of the key now, George. He'll shoot from there and drain it. Good. Nathan George with his first 3-pointer of the game. And Tech draws closer by 3. It's 59-43. Dogs by 16. Georgia basketball. Melendez going to shoot. Misses the 3 from the slot. 1-on-4 rebounding it, and Tech's going to get it. Throw it way into the front court. Save it over the inline. Feed it back to Kwesi Reeves, and he glides to the rim and lays it up and in. Tech on a little bit of a run now. 7 straight points for the Yellow Jackets. It's 59-45.
You don't want to give them hope. You know what happens. We've been the beneficiary of that ourselves, you know.
Thomason into the paint. Lost the dribble. Ball is loose. It's still loose on the floor. Thomason dives for it. 4 seconds to shoot. 3 seconds to shoot. Thomason called the time with 3.4 on the shot clock and a mad scramble. Body sliding on the floor. Georgia has the possession with 7:02 to go in the game as we called the timeout. It's a 30. This is going to turn into the under 8 timeout, however. Break here at Stegman Coliseum. Georgia's lead is at 14. It's the Dogs 59, Georgia Tech 45. Back after this, Bulldogs Sports Network.
The holidays start here at Kroger with a variety of options to celebrate traditions old and new. You could do a classic herb-roasted turkey or spice it up and make turkey tacos. Serve up a go-to shrimp cocktail or use Simple Truth wild-caught shrimp for your first Cajun risotto. No matter how you shop, Kroger has all the freshest ingredients to embrace all your holiday traditions. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
This This is your home of the Dogs. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Wherever the road takes you this holiday, make it memorable in the ultimate driving machine. Step into the BMW X5 with capable performance, cutting-edge technology, and unmistakable presence. Or chart a different course in the BMW X3. With style and powerful all-terrain versatility, there's no limit to your adventure. Find your ultimate BMW X3 or X5 at the Road Home Sales Event. BMW, the ultimate driving machine.
Proud sponsor of Georgia Athletics. Visit BMWATL.com for great offers. Go Dogs!
No matter your favorite game day tradition, it all starts with a cup of coffee to get you ready to cheer on a Bulldogs win. Community Coffee is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs, serving Bulldog Nation with rich and smooth blends crafted right here in the USA. We've supported and celebrated thriving communities like the UGA family for over 100 years, and we believe there's no better day than game day for bringing people together. Community Coffee, strong as our roots.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. And Scana says, go Dogs. Georgia's three-point numbers tonight, 9 of 28, 5 of 11 here in the second half. Georgia leads at 59-45 as we pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
WSB Atlanta, WSBB FM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
Dogs will inbound, far sideline, front court, only 3.4 to go. Throw it into Kane, shot fake, moves to his left, three ball, good! He got it at the horn.
How about
he beat the clock.
How about Mike White drawing that one up?
The shot fake and the sidestep to the left opened up the shooting lane for Blue Kane, and he drained a three, his fourth of the night. Tech works along the right baseline with Kawasi Reeves. Kane defends. They give it to George. Go across the paint. Dongo misses his first attempt, but got a follow-up after an offensive rebound. Puts it back up and in. 62-47, Georgia leads. 6:23 to go. Hill attacks from the right side, tries to spin it home off the glass, and he missed it. Rebound to Tech. Kelly, left-hand dribble, feeds Dongo inside. Melinda swats at the ball, missed the lay-in. Dogs get the rebound. RJ into the front court, far side of the floor. They rotate near side to Thomason. Kane runs without the ball, now takes a feed between the circles. Bullets it inside to Chiwa. Jump hook with the right hand, rattles away, no good. He got fouled. Big Russ hit on the arm as he was shooting. He'll go to the line for two. The foul on Tech's by Dongo. That's his third. 62-47 Georgia. Clock stops with 5:58 remaining. And Russell Chiwa at the line for the Dogs. Chiwa with 6 points, 8 rebounds tonight. Free throw number one. Hits the front of the rim, no good.
I'll tell you, it's games like this that are up and down the floor where Georgia's bench really pays dividends, isn't it? They're able to run guys in and out of there like right now, getting Jabri back in there, getting Silas Demery back in there.
It's also having the confidence to put all those guys in.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Yeah, 27-10, Georgia's bench has outscored Tech tonight. Big Russ hits the second free throw. He missed the first, made the second. Georgia's lead is 63-47. Tech had a 9-0 run before those foul shots. Or the one make, anyway, by Big Russ. Reeves, overhead toss up the wing to George. Running jump hook with the right hand. Short off the right side of the rim. Another rebound for Chiwa and the Dogs. Georgia has it, 5.5 minutes to go. The lead looking nice at 16. But you can't back down at this point. There's still too much time left on the clock. Demery works on the floor. He's playing with 4 fouls. Miles Kelly. Contact. Kelly whistled for the foul. Hand checking.
That's just their 6th, so it'll be the Dogs' ball on the side here.
Get to work some more clock with 5:20 remaining. 63-47, Dogs run out of a stack across the top of the key. Now they break free, and Melendez feeds it into Demery at the half-court line. He'll walk it on the logo. Drives by George all the way to the rack. Chiwa blocked for him in the paint.
He must have thought he had help. He must have thought he had help. He let him go.
Demery all the way to the backboard, laid it up and in uncontested. He exit the ball game for Damon Stoudemeier's team. Coleman back in, along with Tafara Gapari and Silas Demery at the free throw line. Front end of the 1-and-1. Demery on the year at 66% from the foul line. Right-handed shooter, free throw in the air, rattles off the rim, no good. Rebound Reeves for the Yellow Jackets. Tech with a basketball, down 65-47. George for three, straight on, too deep, back rim. Rebound up high with two hands, Jabri. Outlet to half court to Melendez. He sidesteps his way into the front side.
Dogs just doing a great job on the glass. Just a great job rebounding.
47-38, out rebounding Tech in the ballgame. Demery with a basketball, left-hand dribble. Feeds it out to Melendez. He attacks, spins through the lane, and a finger roll right in front of the rim. Melendez, we haven't heard from you in a while. RJ with his first points of the second half, 67-47, and the lead back to 20.
Adam, if you don't mind putting out a headset.
Chuck's calling it. Two-handed dunk, flying in from about 7 feet away, missed by Gapari. Rebound to the Dogs. Jabri, kick out into the corner, up the wing to Blue. Kane going to drive with a left-hand dribble to Melendez in the paint. Lobs it back over to Demery. He jump stops through the paint, scoops it up off the backboard, off the rim. He's knocked to the floor and a foul on Tech. Tell you who's fired up more than anybody tonight is Antonio Reynolds.
Well, he's been all over this. He has really been inspiring these guys.
He is all over the place. He's loving this. 3:40 to go. We've got a timeout. We're going to light up Stegman Coliseum with Georgia leading by 20, 67-47 over Georgia Tech, right here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
After you work out, you can feel worn out. Reach for Core Power to recover right. A delicious protein shake with 26 grams of high-quality protein to build muscle. Champion your recovery with Core Power, proud partner of Georgia basketball. Learn more at corepower.com.
Go Dogs, sick 'em. Whether they're on the road or the home court, my family and I get loud and proud whenever the Dogs are unleashed. In this basketball season, Scana Energy's part of all the action is a proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs. So join my family and Scana in cheering on the Dogs to glory this season. Sign up for Scana today and get up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/GoDogs and conditions apply.
Want more exclusives and behind-the-scenes Bulldogs content, more game highlights, mic'd ups, and original programming? Search for the Georgia Bulldogs All Access channel on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Georgia Bulldogs All Access, your official inside connection to Georgia football and all Georgia Bulldogs sports.
Bulldog fans, college basketball is back. So grab a cold, refreshing Dos Equis lager and make the most of the big game with your real ones. Whether you're at the bar with fellow Bulldogs or watching with your friend who went to that other school, Dos Equis is there for it all. So buy a cold, crisp Dos Equis lager and raise one with a real one on game day. Dos Equis, proud sponsor of the Georgia Bulldogs. Enjoy Dos Equis responsibly. Copyright 2023. Imported by Cervezas Mexicanas, White Plains, New York.
Recap. Order now for the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card and prepaid Regions Now card at regions.com/GoDogs. Georgia led by 16 at the half. The Dogs lead by 20 now, and it's getting late in the game with 3:40 to go. It's 67-47 Dogs. Georgia led tonight by Noah Thomason's 14. We've got 4 players in double figures. Justin Hill and Blue Kane each with a dozen. Jabri Abdur-Rahim with 10 points, 7 rebounds. Chiwa, 7 points, 9 rebounds. Dogs are shooting almost 42% for the game. We've hit 10 threes. Tech at 28% for the game. Georgia's played tremendous defense tonight.
But Scott, we need to tell people that we are allowed to have a player, anytime Georgia wins, come over after the game and be interviewed. And our producer engineer, Adam Gillespie, has to put out a headset, and there's no headset out. And I was just letting him know we're gonna need a headset out there for this game because we're gonna win this one.
Demery missed the first free throw, hit the second. And the lead is now 21, 68-47. Tech on the front end runs down the lane, and the big guy, Gapari, just lowered his head and drove it all the way in, and he got a little help from the ball bouncing on the rim and falling through good. His first point, his first basket of the second half. He's got 5 points in the game now. 68-49. 3-ball by Demery. Won't stay in there. The basket spit it out from just above the top of the key. Rebound to Tech as we approach 3 minutes to go. Dogs trying to go wire to wire tonight. Sturdivant. 3-pointer straight on is good. His first basket of the ball game. Comes with 2:51 to go in the contest. 68-52 Georgia. 16-point Dogs lead. 2:42, 2:41. Kane finds Jabri under the basket, dribbles it into the paint, and Abdur-Rahim floats it up and in with a right hand good. In traffic. It wasn't as easy as it may have sounded. He's got a dozen. Tech gets in underneath the basket. We've got 3 guys surrounding Tyjon Claude, and he tries to put it up, and the Dogs are called for the foul. There's just one gold uniform in there amongst 3 white uniforms, and he was able to draw the contact from Russell Chiwa. Dogs, for the most part, have played this game without fouling. As Tech misses the foul shot, Claude clanks it off the rim. And now Chiwa doing a little housekeeping with the net to pull it down to make sure it's all nice and clean and straight. Right. Not tangled up.
And we don't want it to get dirty anymore.
He just reaches up and tugs it down. When he stretched that arm out, he got almost touched the rim. Both foul shots were no good, and the Dogs rebound the second miss with Jabri Abdur-Rahim. 18-point Georgia lead, 2:15 to go.
Mike White, tell him just take it easy, run a little clock here.
70-52, Dogs by 18 with the ball. Chiwa, foul line, back to the basket. Now he pivots, beats Hill. Hill to the top of the key, over to Melendez. Here comes another 3. And RJ just can't find his range tonight on the 3-ball. Missed another one, rebound to Tech. Sturdivant runs through the paint, kicks it into the left corner. Low ball pass back to Gapari on the other side, and he'll drive in the lane, and a foul is whistled on the Dogs, and that's on Russell again. Chiwa called for his second now.
He's still 1-1. That's just our 9th.
Gapari missed them both on that last attempt. No, that was Claude, that missed them both. Gapari misses the front end of the 1-1. Rebound off our hands. Tech saves it over the end line and throws it all the way to half court to keep the possession. Coleman for 3. Good on the right wing for Georgia Tech. 70-55. Dogs by 15 with 94 seconds to go. Tech fouls Hill in the backcourt. Sturdivant. A little too much body trying to get to the basketball. Hill was using his body to protect the dribble. And Sturdivant called for the foul.
And that is just their 9th, too, so still be 1-1 for us.
Need to hit some foul shots. Justin Hill to the line. 1 for 2 tonight. 12 points for Justin Hill, the senior from Houston. Free throw number 1 is good as he finishes up on his toes. He's got 13 on the evening, and Georgia's lead is 16, 71-55. Second free throw is also good. Hill hits them both. Jabri out, Thomason in for Georgia. Tech to inbound and bring it up the length of the floor, left to right. Tech letting the ball roll and roll and roll almost to half court. Now it rolls over the half court line, and now Sturdivant will pick it up. Clock begins to move at 1:32. Jump pass into the corner. Georgia's 3-ball is deflected by Melendez, and they're going to whistle a foul.
Yeah, a little late on that call. But
Well, I thought they got Melendez, but they got Chiwa under the basket. Russell with his third. Well, he didn't have any for most of the game. Now he's picked up 3 in about the last minute. Clock stops with 1:28 to go. Tech at the line.
Double bonus, too.
Free throw number 1 by Tyjon Claude is good. Transfer from Morehead State in Western Carolina. (72-56). Dogs by 16. Georgia's largest lead of the game came in this half. We were up 23 with 9:41 to go. And they bring out the mop guy to wipe up some of the moisture in the lane. Claude's second free throw rattles out. Oh, they get an offensive putback with Debo Coleman.
We let him come right around us, get a clean rebound, and put it back up. Uncontested.
It's 14 points now, 72-58. Dogs have the possession. Move the ball around the perimeter. Demery holds for a second. Goes to Chiwa. He stretches the ball out away from his body. Over to Thomason for a 3. Off the rim. They foul him. He's got 3 free throws coming.
Wow.
Pushing foul on Gapari as he hits Thomason. And will send Noah to the foul line, the 6'4 graduate from Niagara in Houston, Texas. Thomason will go to the line. He's had his issues there this season, just 57% from the stripe this year. And Thomason, left-handed shooter, first free throw. That one rims off, no good. Thomason and Hill, the leading scorers for the Dogs tonight, each with 14. Second foul shot is good. He missed one, made one. And now see if he can win the lottery with 2 out of 3 here. Third free throw on the way. Good.
Got it.
He hits 2 of 3, and Georgia's up 74-58. Minute to play. Tech with the ball. Sturdivant stops at the foul line. Misses the 15-footer. Offensive rebound goes to Claude. Back to the basket. He drives inside. They get a whistle on the Dogs. That's 4 on Chiwa now. Well, Russell saved them all for the end as he's picked up 4 in a bunch. 52 seconds. Students don't like that call. 52.3 to go. And Tyjon Claude back on the line with the clock stopped. Georgia up 16. Claude's free throw. Up and in. Good. He'll get one more. Ball's in the air, and that one's also good. He hit them both.
This is a huge win for these Georgia Bulldogs, Scott.
It will make Georgia 6-3 when they finish this one off. And a 4-game winning streak going into an 11-day break before our next game. Final exams coming up and all of that. Hill into the front court, and the Dogs will move the ball around. Demery on the dribble to Thomason, back to Hill. Got a screen from Chiwa. Hill will take a 3, glances off the rim. Melendez bounces it back on a tap out on the rebound, back to Thomason. And the Dogs can dribble out some more clock. 25 to go in the game, 11 to go on the shot clock. Georgia by 14. To Hill, back to Thomason. Got to put it up. Deep 3. Thomason off the rim, won't go. A whistle on the rebound.
They called Russell Chiwa?
Well, they call that on Coleman.
Oh,
they're going to take a look and see if this was flagrant. With 15.3 to go.
That would be.
They're going to look at the monitor. They're saying Debo Coleman may have committed a flagrant foul against Melendez.
He could get ejected, not be available for the rest of the game.
They're going to look at it for the last 15. That would be a shame. It's a 14-point Georgia lead. The Dogs are 15 seconds away from their 6th win and handing Tech their 3rd loss. And in meeting number 199 in this series, Georgia closing in on its 92nd win in the series.
Noah Thompson over there getting the student section all riled up as if you needed to. they've been on their feet the whole game, helping to cheer these dogs on.
They say common foul, 2 free throws for Melendez for Georgia. And the Dogs coaching staff waves everybody off the foul lane except for RJ. And he's the guy shooting free throws, and Tech will put 4 guys on the lane. 74-60 with Melendez to shoot foul shots. 86% for RJ this season. Free throw number 1 is good. 5 points in the game for Melendez, who's had a tough night shooting the ball. Just 2 for 10 and 0 for 7 from 3. But perfect at the line, 2 for 2. He hit both foul shots. 16-point Georgia lead. Tech to inbound. They let the ball roll. And they letting it roll. Sturdivant shuffling his feet right behind the basketball. Rolls into front court. Now they pick it up with 14 seconds to go. Pass goes to the top of the key. And a driving one-handed dunk is good by Gapari with 8 seconds to go. And that will be it. Georgia will dribble out the clock, and the Dogs will win it, knocking off Georgia Tech. 76-62 is your final score as the Bulldogs go wire to wire and win it over their arch rival here in Athens tonight.
I'll tell you, Scott, that was an impressive victory for Georgia Tech. For Georgia against Georgia Tech, coming off the 2 wins that they've just come off of. And I don't know what to say about the way Georgia's playing right now, except that if you're an offensive star, you don't want to play Georgia because your average is coming down. The defense is really aggressive and playing extremely well.
Georgia holds Georgia Tech to 32% shooting tonight. Tech was in the 20s with their shooting percentage for much of the game. And as we said, Georgia goes from start to finish. Never trailed in this contest, led by as much as 23. And they win it by 14, 76-62. And the Bulldogs now 3-1 against the ACC.
3-1
in their first 9 games.
3-1 against the ACC, and also we just took on 6 Power 5 conference, Power Conference teams, 6 of them here in the first 5 weeks of the season, and we split with them 3-3. Now the next time we'll face a Power 5 opponent will be at Missouri in January. I believe it's January 6th when we start SEC play. But if we can play 500 basketball through the SEC conference schedule, that would be terrific, because we got a chance to finish out the month of December here with a 10-3 record. And let's hope that these Dogs can get that done. Now, I know they've got some time off for exams, but you know what? Georgia has a way, Mike White has a way of getting these guys, like during a break, getting them better.
Georgia huddles up on the logo. They say a post-game prayer, and prior to that, somebody was in the middle of the huddle doing push-ups. Was it an assistant coach or was it one of the players? It was an assistant coach. I don't know if he did our point total in push-ups, but he was repping them out.
Well, if he was doing it on our point total, he's in good shape. 76 he had to do.
We're going to ask Justin Hill about that. He's our electrifying player of the game. We're going to talk with Justin.
He's coming right over.
Player of the game brought to you by Georgia's Electricians, IBEW Local Union 613.
Justin, how are you, pal?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm a lot better now than I was about 3 hours ago when I walked in here. What was going on in the huddle up? Were you guys? Somebody's doing push-ups?
Oh yeah, Akeem. It's his birthday, so we make people do them in the middle. However, you got to do that many push-ups.
How many did he rep out? However old he is. 50. 50. Justin, man, you guys played some terrific defense tonight. Tell us a little bit about the game plan and what you had in store for Georgia Tech.
We was really trying to catch all the screens, but in the game we made an audible and we decided to switch.